Hello guys, this is Chappy Totga and welcome to my YouTube channel. And so for today's vlog guys, we're going to tell and we're going to share our experience, Tommy's experience, my experience, our experience and struggles. So Tommy and I are in a relationship for almost 2 years. We really want to meet each other, but this pandemic really sucks. So until one day, as I remember, it's the last week of January. I watching YouTube that time, and then I figured it out that foreigners are now allowed here to go here in the Philippines. So I'm really excited to tell to Tommy. I think it's 4 p.m. here in the Philippines and 1 a.m. in the morning in Colorado, USA.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what a crazy time it was getting to the
I was
Philippines.
really excited, and I called Tommy right away. And then I didn't think that he's sleeping. So I called him and I said, babe, I have something to tell you. Like his eyes, like you can tell to his face that he's really sleepy. And he said, what? And when he say what, like I can tell that he's in a bad mood because I disturb his sleeping. And then I tell him that, you know what, that the foreigner is now allowed to go in the Philippines starting February 10. And his reaction is kind of, like it didn't satisfy me. His reaction, it seems like he's not really excited. He's not really excited for it. Like he said, oh, okay. But like that moment, I'm crying already because I'm really happy, like mixed emotion. And then I'm telling him, and then that time, like he just, oh, okay, good, that's good. And then he told me, okay, I'm going back to sleep. I feel like kind of disappointed. And then I chat him, that moment. I told him like, you know what, you're acting like rude. Why your reaction is like that? It seems like you're not really excited. We're waiting for a long time we're really waiting for a long time for this moment. And then he said, yeah, I'm sorry, my reaction is that, but you know what, after you tell me I can go back to sleep, I'm really happy. And yeah, that's it. And then we start, after that we start looking for a plane ticket. He started to look for a plane ticket going here in the Philippines, and I help him looking for a affordable plane ticket. And then we found a plane ticket in the online, like cheapflights.com, and he buy it right away. And then he already have a date going here to Philippines, like an February 23. So it's February 23. And then it almost February 23, we found out that there's a lot of papers that he need going here in the Philippines. Like you need medical insurance, travel insurance. You also need the vaccination certificate. Although he's already vaccinated, but he need also like vaccination certificate. And then he also need a, what is that? A One Health Pass, and also a RT-PCR examination, whatever. So we don't have any of those requirements. So it's kind of, like pain in the butt, like, oh no, what we're going to do? We don't have any one of this requirement. And then we try to do it one by one. Like I also help him and searching on YouTube and it's kind of really hard for us to fix that. So he need a One Health Pass, proof of vaccination, and also travel insurance for 2 million coverage. And yeah, there's a lot of papers. I think he need 5 requirements going here in the Philippines, but luckily he don't need to apply for travel visa because he just gonna stay here for less than 10 days. So if you need to stay here, if you want to stay here in the Philippines for almost 1 month, you need to apply for travel visa. And then that's it. We already fixed the paper, ready to go. And then it's February 23. February 23 is his flight going here in the Philippines. And I'm so busy February 22. Like, I already buy the things. I already buy his water because I don't want him to have diarrhea going in the Philippines, because that's the number one issue of the foreigners going here in the Philippines. When they try to drink our water, they always having a diarrhea. So it's better to buy a water, like a bottled water. And then I already fixed the car. I already looked for a place to stay, And yeah, it seems like everything goes well. And then I told him, don't tell to anybody that you're going here in the Philippines. And then he can control himself. When he's already in Dallas, he posted on Facebook and he tagged me. He told me that he posted like, oh, I'm going in the Philippines now. I'm here in Tokyo. Now I'm here in Dallas and heading now to Tokyo. So he mentioned me, and so my friends find out that he's going here in the Philippines, and a lot of my friends are messaging me. They're messaging me like, hey, your boyfriend's going to the Philippines. Why you didn't tell us? So I'm kind of, why you tell to them? Right after he posts that thing in Facebook, there's a conflict. There's a conflict, like a kind of karma. They said that his flight can't go in the Philippines because there's a problem on the plane. There's a problem on the plane. So he's really delayed in Dallas, and he also messaging me that he might cancel his flight going here in the Philippines, and I feel so sad. And then like, I can't sleep that day. And then I go to the airport like February 25, because he said that he's already in the plane going to Qatar. Instead of Japan, the plane is going to Qatar, and then Qatar going to Manila. So me and my family went to airport February 25. But I didn't know. I'm not really sure if he's coming, like he's coming. I'm not sure if he make it through, going here in the Philippines. And then I check his flight. I check his flight through online, and it says like it's already landed in the Philippines. And then we went to the arrival area, and then I found him, and that's it. It's really hard, it's really hard for the both of us. So it's not really hard. What I mean is, it's kind of awkward a little bit because we're talking for almost 2 years, and it's the first time that we can see each other face to face. And it's like, I'm just looking at him and he's looking at me, and like, the first impression that I can tell to him is his face. It seems like his face in the camera is really big, but in person it's really small. Like, his face is really small. And yeah, I can tell that he's really handsome in person. I know you're watching, don't be too. Yeah, he's so handsome in person. And then, yeah, we went to our house with my family, and it's really, I'm really amazed by him when we went to our house. Like, we walked into the stairs going to our balcony, and then he grabbed the hand of my mom, and then he said, "Mano po." Wow! Like, he grabbed the hand of my mom. Like, oh, I told to my mom, I didn't teach him to do that. Yeah, I remember I teach him to do that, but really long time ago. I didn't know that he still remember it. So yeah, that's kind of add points, add poggy points. So we went to a lot of different places. So as you can see in our blogs, like we went to different places. I always doing a live a blog. So if you haven't watched the videos, it's in my YouTube channel. So better guys to watch it. And yeah, that's the thing that I really want to share to you guys.
About my
And
trip
yeah,
there. So I got up really, really early. It was about, I think I left here about 2:30 in the morning. My flight left out at 6, and they want you to be there about 3 hours early. And of course, when I woke up, there was snow on the ground. So it's kind of like, okay, that's the type of trip this is going to be. Now I get to the airport, I get to DIA. Didn't really have too much problems, check my bag in, go through the security and all of that. Then I get on the plane, and the plane's like running a little bit behind, right? I think we're about a half hour taking off, and I have a connecting flight in Dallas that I need to make. So I'm a little bit worried, at this point. And so we take off, and we end up getting there, and we're getting there. We got there like just a little bit before, like I had just a little bit of extra time to try to catch the plane in Dallas to Tokyo. And so I'm running so we land, and then we're stuck on the runway. We're stuck on the plane, just sitting out on the runway because there was no gates to exit to port at to get off of the plane. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like watching the time, and then we finally port, and I'm kind of in the middle of the plane, so I'm watching all the people get off, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make this next flight. So I finally get off, and I'm running, and they're just about to shut the door at my next flight, to the one to Japan. And so I'm like, wait, I'm here, and I make it on, right? As soon as I sit down, they're like, okay. They had a little announcement over the speaker. They're like, if you're going to Japan and you have a connecting flight in Japan, you need to exit this train or this plane because they're at a delay. They basically called it I think a color brown or level brown or something like that, which basically means that there's no flights going in or out of Dallas at that point. And it was kind of interesting because there was just some ice. I mean, didn't seem like that big of a deal to me. It seemed like there was a little bit of icy rain out there. So I don't know, maybe Dallas just has some issues with freezing ice or something. I don't know what their issue was, but they basically grounded all the planes. So I ended up being stuck in the Dallas airport. I stand in line for 4 hours just to get a transfer ticket to get to the Philippines, but I had to go a different route. I had to go through to Qatar, which was going to take like 10 hours longer. So it was kind of a nightmare. And then I ended up being stuck at Dallas too for, I don't know, I was there 8-9 hours. There was a couple ladies who I met who were actually kind of in the same situation. They decided to check in to a hotel and fly out Saturday because the future forecast was for it to be messed up. So nobody thought any planes were going to go out that day. But I was like, I already came this far. I knew didn't have a whole lot of time in the Philippines. I didn't want to sacrifice all the time trying to figure out how to get there. So I just was going to take my next opportunity and get on that plane. And it was going to Qatar. It was leaving at like 6 or something out of Dallas. So I ended up being there all day. And finally, like I got on that plane. I think it was a Emirates flight, which was really nice actually, but really, really nice flight, just a lot longer. So then I get to Qatar, and I finally figure out where I'm supposed to go. So then they freaked me out in Qatar because they're like, oh, all I had was the vaccination card, and they're like, oh, we don't think they allow entry into the Philippines without a vaccination. I think they called it a vaccination. What did they call it? A vaccination certificate. That's what it was called. A vaccination certificate, which I didn't have. So I was the very first one in line too. It's funny. I'm sitting there, first one in line to talk to the thing, and they're like, "You're gonna have to wait to the side while we figure out if you can go through or not." Right? So I'm sitting there. Everybody. I mean, every single person that was behind me goes in before they deal with me again. And then they're like, "Okay, well, you could get on, but there's a chance that you'll have to quarantine for 7 days there." And I was like, "Well, that's basically my whole trip." Like, it's kind of freaking out. So I'm freaking out, like, getting anxious and kind of like, well, what's going to happen when I get there? This is just a whole blown trip. you know. So, and two ladies were trying to help me figure out how to download a passport, and we couldn't figure it out. And then we get to the website where you could actually do it for Colorado, and that website's totally shut down. Like they don't even exist basically. And so, you know, I'm freaking out. I get on the plane and I'm like, so I don't know what's going to happen when I get to the Philippines. I fly. They try to give me food on the plane. I'm like too nervous to eat. Like I was sick to my stomach at this point. And so we get in, right? And the two ladies that were trying to help me, one of them went through first. Cause you, like when you get in, you have to like go and sit down in these rows. And they call you up kind of as a row. You know what I mean? So they separate all of the passengers, and they called each passenger up by group of row. And then you go through customs, you do all the COVID stuff, you know, all that crap. And then one of the ladies comes running back. She's like, "Oh, it's fine. Like the COVID card works." So I was able to get in, and then I get there and my luggage is lost. So, and I'm still, it's already been a month. This is already a month after I left initially. Not since I got back, but it's since I left, and they still haven't found my luggage. I still haven't been reimbursed for it. So I'm about to call them again because I filed claims with them and with Manila, and they still haven't found my ticket yet. So keep your fingers crossed for me and hope that I can get my luggage back, for one, but for two, that they'll give me some type of compensation, because it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare going there, and then I got there and I had to buy all my clothes and all that stuff because I didn't have my luggage. So next time, I definitely am not going to check my bags. Like, I don't trust the airlines anymore. Next time, I'm just going to find the biggest suitcase that I could take on the plane and just pack that one and take it and, you know, be good, just so I know it's with me. I don't have to worry about that, because that kind of put a damper on my trip a little bit. I mean, once I was there, all of that melted away and I was fine, but still made it kind of a pain in the butt. So from now on, I'm definitely going to try to be smarter and just take it with me. Anyway, yeah, that was a little bit of the taste of how it was for me traveling to the Philippines. So thanks for listening and take care.
Hope you guys still watching our videos, even if we're from afar, like we're from afar to each other. And yeah, we're still trying to make a video, even if he's in Colorado and I'm here in the Philippines, and we're waiting for the day that we can be together again. And I also waiting for that day. We're both waiting for that day that my paper can fix going to America. Hopefully this year or next year. Who knows? God knows. So yeah, that's it. So guys, that's it. Thank you for watching our video for today, because there's a lot of people who asking us what is the story behind of his travel going here in the Philippines. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. Hope you guys give me a thumbs up and comment and share this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell. Please guys, click the notification bell for you to update on my next videos. So maraming salamat po sa inyo. Thank you, salamat guys. This is Chappy Totga. Keep spreading the good vibes. I love you all and God bless. See you!